Hi guys!
Hey everyone!
Welcome to Make 2 and another episode of our Sims 4 University build.
This place is looking absolutely massive.
Yeah.
This is, just a reminder, it's the biggest lot there is in Sims 4, which is 64 by 64 squares. And it's just looking chock-a-block full of buildings now. There are 6 buildings above ground right now. There were 4, I think, at the time of our last video where we showed off the science lab over in the bottom right of the lot. And you've been busy building 2 more buildings.
Yeah, so we're actually going to give you guys 2 buildings for the price of 1 in this video because, well, first of all, I decided to have a similar architectural style between the 2 buildings, so you'll see that as we go forward. But the buildings are, as the title of the video will show, the dining hall or cafeteria and a clinic for student health. So let's start with the dining hall. As you can see, it's in a sort of flat kind of modern style, and that's because I wanted there to still be room to see the big admin building at the back here, or the center. I don't know, we had a discussion between ourselves when we first started building about whether the admin building, should be at the front or the back of the campus, and in my experience, the university that I went to, the admin building was in the center of campus, so that's sort of how I think of this one.
Right. So it's like the center, yeah. I think another good reason to have a couple of low-rise buildings, it also gives just some vertical variation amongst the different buildings, so it gives, I think, a good texture across the entire university rather than having everything at 3 stories high, for instance. So, am I right in saying that you splashed out for some of the decorations inside the cafeteria?
We splashed out.
We splashed out.
Yeah.
Splashing out was done.
Yeah, we got the Dine Out game pack, is it? Or stuff pack? It's one of those, not quite an expansion, but like a pack with lots of stuff in it. So that's how we got a lot of the furniture here and some of the stuff that you'll see in the kitchen. But basically, there are 2 entrances to the cafeteria, and one is here on this side, which is, just gives it more accessibility from that side. And then there's also here, which is closest to the student dorm, which we've previously done a video of. Yeah. And as you get in...
just want to say, while we're taking a look at the outside, remember, we have not yet landscaped. We've got some rough pathways in, but we are going to do full-on landscaping for probably our final wrap-up video of the whole lot. So these are just initial sketches. We're going to get to do all the outside and flower beds and everything a bit later on.
So this is the dining area, and what we've got are some long tables for maximum socializing with students, and also smaller tables for those students who want a little more private dining experience.
This is very cool. I can imagine like whole groups coming here to eat. I can also imagine little groups coming here to maybe do some little private study sessions. Yeah. Seems just like a really good social space.
The one thing that this space doesn't have is bathrooms.
Oh, well. But there's bathrooms like in every single building right next door. Exactly. There are bathrooms. So
oh well.
There's students, they can run around.
So this isn't actually the only kitchen, but this is where a lot of food prep does happen. And, to kind of serve the students as they come into either doorway, they can order food at the counter here and get rung up by 3 different registers. There's also, refreshments in this refrigerator type of thing here and this warming thing here and
those look to me like super fancy packaged cakes.
Snacks if they want them. They are what they are. Yeah.
And that oven with all those little prep areas, those prep stations, does really look like a restaurant. They've done really well. Yeah. I like that a lot.
Yeah, we still haven't really dug into the Dine Out pack yet because we just haven't had time to do any proper gameplay with it. But building with it has been great.
Yeah, we're just like, we should build a cafeteria. We really should get the Dine Out pack before we do that.
So just to note, there is a staircase back behind here, and that is how you get down to the proper kitchen.
Wow, okay, so this is, big kitchen area here. I love that. I don't know what type of sink is that called?
It's an industrial sink.
Just a big industrial sink. Like a butler sink or something as well?
These are industrial dishwashers.
Oh, yeah. I used to work as a dishwasher at one point in my life. Those were tiny. You
still work as a dishwasher?
No, those were tiny dishwashers. I had a dishwasher that was a massive conveyor belt and it would go round and round. It was the size of this room.
So basically there's just more of the same down here. A little more hardcore stuff can happen down here. Yeah. And there are doors out into the basement hallways, which we're not quite ready to show you yet because we still got stuff in progress in the basement. But basically this is the kitchen for the student dining hall.
Cool. That is just a really nice building. And yeah, I think a really great addition. Glad it's very near the halls of residence because students got to eat, man.
And I like the colors as well. There's a mix of dine out and spa day colors in here. And I think a lot of the campus so far has been really beige and pale colors. And this is still pale colors, but it's kind of brownish. So
it's more earth tones, I think.
Exactly. Yeah, so it's a little different. So just going back here, we hit the clinic.
Cool.
Now, student health is really important. It's important physically as well as emotionally. So this student health clinic has both kinds. This has a doctor's office in here for students to get their bodies and boo-boos checked out, you know, when they hurt themselves or something's going on. And it's also got a counselor's office.
Really cool.
Yeah. So
both these rooms look amazing.
So this is just a couch for the students to lay on if they're getting psychoanalyzed or talking to the counselor. Yeah, or just to sit on.
Imagine the therapist counselor sitting in the little chair.
Exactly.
And the student gets to sit or lie, whatever they want, on the larger sofa.
Well, whatever the student is comfortable with.
Yeah, exactly.
Obviously.
But this room does feel like, with all those books, you can imagine all those psychoanalysis books on the wall and the nice, calming, big painting. And I love the tones you've picked there, just for the walls to make it feel a little bit more soft and gentle.
Yeah.
And as we move across to the left, you've got the actual physician's clinic, which is very starkly white. Still got a lot of medical books. I love that separation of area here where you've still got a place to have a consultation at a desk and then go behind the curtain, get up on the table and get properly examined.
Yeah, this started life as the doctor's office in the Get to Work hospital. It was unlocked after Dr. Dylan Cho leveled all the way up to Chief of Staff, and then I modified it for him, added it onto the hospital, and then brought it over here to the campus and made some even more modifications to it.
That little doll. From the back, I was like, I haven't seen that before.
It's a little grim looking.
It's just a little doll for explaining to students where different parts of their bodies are.
Just wanted to point out there is also this waiting area, of course. So students would come in through the doorway here. The receptionist person is here. There's also a little bathroom in case students need to provide urine samples or anything like that. Or just need to go
straight to business. Okay.
And then the actual waiting area is here, decorated with some plants on the walls.
Yeah, and there's another entrance exit point.
Yes.
Round the side there, with steps going down as well. You've thought of everything. I had one question. That sign comes as it is, doesn't it? You didn't decorate it with the plants.
No,
it comes as a single thing.
Yeah, it's really gorgeous, huh?
And you can see here on the corner where you've done a little bit of fancy roof work.
Yeah.
Which is mirrored on the cafeteria as well.
Yeah. These were a bit tedious to do. They're basically, each one of these empty spaces is a room. Yes. And each one of these partitions is a wall.
And then it's a fence, isn't it?
Wall or a fence, yeah. But
yeah, half wall or,
that's what you have to do.
Yeah, we've seen a whole bunch of, some of the amazing Sims 4 builders, and they do some awesome things with this kind of thing. I think I've done it a tiny bit in maybe the Neeson's house, but yeah, this is done really nicely.
Well,
I think it fits in with the vibe.
Trying to stretch my wings and try different things with building and decorating in the game. So anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this tour of the dining hall and the student clinic. Please let us know in the comments what you think. We are probably reaching the end of the building of buildings, if that makes any sense. We've got 6 on campus now, and actually when I was building this stuff, the game crashed. And I'm kind of worried about the campus now getting too big for the game, especially when it comes time to us adding Sims and having them actually be on campus and move around and do lots of animations with different objects. I'm worried that the game is not going to handle it, which would not be great for our planned and hoped for Let's Play. So yeah, we're not going to add too much more to the campus, although we do have more stuff, like we said, gardening and things in the basement later. So stay tuned for those.
And otherwise, I think this is looking amazing. I love this above ground space. So we hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please let us know what you think in the comments below. And if you haven't done so already, please feel free to subscribe, because there's plenty more Sims 4 videos on the way.
Thanks for watching.